What is happening, guys? We have just witnessed history here. The Kiwis get it done over the Kangaroos 30-0 in an incredible game, mainly on the Kiwi side. The Australians obviously did not get off the plane in that game, just looked so flat from the start, but nothing to take away from this Kiwi squad. They were absolutely amazing in this game, in my opinion. The one thing I took out of this Kiwi game was I really did enjoy the work that Dylan Brown and Jerome Hughes actually did in this game. Obviously, the first kick with Jerome Hughes putting it out on the full, but other than that, I thought Jerome Hughes was absolutely incredible in this game. He was everywhere. He was using Britton Nakora a lot better than what he did in the first game here. Players like Dylan Brown, in my opinion, were using Isaiah Papali'i a lot better than what he did in the first game, which was my key to the Kiwis getting over the Kangaroos in my little preview. If you didn't check that out, go check that out. I got receipts on it. But I was a little bit disappointed on how the Kiwis used those amazing edge back rolls in the first game, and I felt like it was definitely one of their strengths in their lineup. And then to add on top of that, those edge back rolls create so much space for that devastating back line that just showed out today. They were absolutely incredible. We had players like Ronaldo Mulatalo have for fucking world games here. He was breaking tackles, massive line breaks, just running for like good 40-meter stints, 50-meter stints. Just incredible in this game. Scoring a try for himself here. Jermaine Asako scoring a double here. You had Matty Tomoko scoring a try. Griffin Neem, the footwork at the line, it was absolutely incredible to watch for the Kiwi squad here. And it was amazing to see these Kiwis step up to the plate when it really did matter in the finals game. And that's where I was a little bit disappointed with the Kangaroos. Obviously, last week, playing absolutely out of their skin to go up against this full-strength Kiwi side, comparatively to what their squad list was coming into the Pacific Championship. Still obviously missing Cheese, Jeremy Marshall-King and all that. But this Kangaroo squad that was missing Tino, Payne Haas, Selwyn Cobbo and Liam Martin, they got it done against the Kiwis in Melbourne. But flying over to New Zealand, the change, whatever happened with Tino, Liam Martin and Payne Haas coming back into that lineup, they just could not get it done. And I understand Cam Murray was out of this game, but one man does not change the scoreline to 30-0. That was just an absolute shellacking from the Kiwis, and incredible job for the Kiwis. This is why international football should be put into the mainstay and should be the top of the level for NRL football comparatively to other levels that we have, like State of Origin and all that. I love having State of Origin and stuff, but when we have something like this where we get to see the Kiwis get put on a level as well, so we can start talking about some Kiwi players up to the level of State of Origin players, and that's the one thing I do kind of want. I want the international game to grow to that level, so we all look at all these international players and go, well, you know, Spencer Linu did this against a full-strength Kiwi side. This is how good he is as a front rower spot. Where if you haven't touched State of Origin, you don't really get that notoriety and all that. And even sometimes, you know, Jerome Luai did what he did with that Samoan squad. That Samoan squad was incredible in that World Cup, but he won't get the same notoriety as what if Nathan Cleary was to win a State of Origin series for the Blues single-handedly, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like some things, in my opinion, like that Samoan squad to get to that World Cup grand final was just absolutely incredible. But, you know, in our eyes, if the Blues were to take down the Maroons because of Nathan Cleary, that is a world-time performance. You know what I mean? There's both the same thing. So finally, this sort of thing gets put on the mainstay now. We saw the Kiwis just take it to some of the best players in the NRL overall. Like we're talking about DCE, who's an all-time halfback. We're talking about Cam Munster, who's an incredible 5'8". We're talking about Valentine Holmes. I'd never seen Valentine Holmes get put on his back the way he did in this game. It was just incredible. The defensive skill from the Kiwis, the aggression, they just wanted it more, and that was a complete difference in this game. Shout out to players like Chance Nickel-Clockstag. I absolutely adore the development of his game ever since coming from the Raiders to the Warriors. Webby has done some amazing things for the Warriors team and some players in this competition right now, and Chance Nickel-Clockstag adds his name to that list. His passing game now is incredible. I know there was a couple of times, there was one time there where Matty Tomoko dropped the ball that could have been on there. I feel like that was more on Matty Tomoko comparatively to Chance Nickel-Clockstag, but Matty fixed it up a little bit later on, scored that try on the edge. Shout out to Matty Tomoko as well, really putting himself on the stage now as a really top-notch center. He's definitely going to be a big center for the Kiwis for the future right now anyway, because, man, he is a powerhouse. He's incredible to watch out there. And the toe that he had to end up, you know, that little bit of space he had in between, I think, DC and the winger, I think, who was that winger on that side? I think it could have been Valentine Holmes on that side, where he just darted in between them and went. Just absolutely incredible. The toe on him was just different because I think on that play there, Katoni Staggs dug in really deep and the hole just came in. I'm pretty sure it was Dylan Brown that put him through the hole, and bang, just the toe he got through there. Also, shout out to the bench rotation of Leo Thompson and Big Nas. They were incredible to continue the momentum and the platform that the Kiwis forwards laid, and then they continued it on. This is the one thing they did miss in that last game against the Kangaroos as well. I felt like Nas and that were pretty pretty off in that last game against the Kangaroos. He definitely had a point to prove against the Kangaroos in this game. And I feel like there was the overarching storyline in this one. It was Fisher Harris, Leota, and Nas and all the boys, the Kiwi forward pack had something to prove against these Kangaroos and really wanted to take it to some of the most talented forwards in the competition in Payne Haas and Tino. Over to the Kangaroo side, and really disappointing effort overall, in my opinion. You had like efforts of, Dylan Edwards had a so-so game. He really couldn't get the ball under control in some moments, was really, had a couple of moments where he was a bit anxious under the ball, which is really weird for Dylan Edwards, in my opinion. Obviously, he's had a long year with the Panthers and in representative footy in general. Other players that, Munster didn't have the best game in this one. DC, I felt really early when they felt the pressure of the scoreboard pressure and that they really went sideways a little bit too early, in my opinion. I felt like they could have played a little bit more through the middle with Haas and Tino and stuff. But then again, the way those Kiwis forward pack were really like fortifying that middle was just incredible to watch, and really not much I can take away. Like the Kangaroos did not turn up in this one. They weren't very good, but I felt like that was a lot to do with what the Kiwis actually brought to this game and what they did at home. The Kiwis, came back to their home ground. They had a final in their home ground. They would not lose this game, and it was absolutely incredible to watch. So I want to know your thoughts in this game, guys. So please make sure you comment down below your thoughts overall. But I enjoyed it. I as an Aussie fan, obviously really disappointed with our effort here and that we lost this game and that. But I do love the thought that international football is starting to grow again, and we're getting back to a point where, these games start to be like you tick them off in your calendar. Because I remember when I was growing up, you had Stacey Jones, Darren Lockyer, Andrew Johns, Brad Fittler going up against each other, like Ruben Wiki and Clint Tubit, like just incredible players going up against each other. Manu Vatuvei, bro, just those years. And even like the old years of the Kangaroos, you have to get up like early mornings to watch them go against the British Lions. That used to be absolutely incredible. I used to love watching those test matches and stuff. We want to bring this back in rugby league, and that's what I'm really, really excited for. So this is the start of that. The Pacific Championship, the finals, the Kiwis get it done. They take home the chip. Absolutely amazing performance. And obviously shout out to Fisher Harris and Leota. They had the 1-0 win right now over Tino and Payne Haas, two of the most talented front rowers in the competition, and they just beat them on the big stage. So another feather to those boys' belt. They're absolutely incredible. They're building a legacy right now, a dynasty. And man, who can stop these Penrith Panthers boys? Because this is incredible. But shout out to the Kiwis. Amazing job there. Make sure you comment down below. Thank you so much, everyone that tuned into my TikTok stream as well. I appreciate every single one of you guys. So I hope you guys can really enjoy this sort of content too if you did join to my YouTube channel as well. So thank you so much, guys. Peace out.